New Battleground season just started on Diablo Immortal, and to kinda celebrate that, I wanted to share some PvP gameplay with my Necromancer. By the way, I played 3 games today on the new season and won all of them, that's why I named the title like that. I know it's like a clickbait, but these are my actual stats from the last season. We ended the season with 67% win rate, and actually it was around 70% before I started playing other classes. I guess I am more helpful to my teams with Necromancer than any other class. Well, actually I wasn't even thinking about talking in this video because I just wanted to share some gameplay, but since I started, I can give you guys a little update about this account. Some of you might remember I shared a roadmap video like a month ago for this account, and I'm still following that. I finally upgraded my Viper's Bite to rank 10 and I'm really happy about it, and other than that I will upgrade my Fervent Fang to rank 10 when we get the new Battle Pass. I just need 5 more duplicates and it will be ready. After that my legendary gem setup will be ready. Maybe I might try to make a rank 10 curse link to test it out too, but I don't have enough resources for that yet. And my secondary stats are pretty decent right now. I have around 3.2k armor, 3.3k armor pen, 3.6k potency, but my resistance is like 2k, but who cares, right? I don't really have too many items with willpower, so my potency can go up to 3.9k with just better legendary and set items with willpower stats, but it's fine as it is. And I think that's all about my recent progress on this account. Now I will leave you guys with the gameplay. I think I already shared this build before, but if you wonder about my PvP setup, I will show it at the end of the video, but first enjoy the gameplay. I am sure you already saw the skills I am using for this build on the gameplay part, so let's start with the set items. I am using 4-piece Barons and 2-piece Banquet with this build and I am really happy with it. You can use 6-piece Barons too if you want, but I highly recommend 4-piece Barons since it helps your teammates too. If you don't know what it does, it increases the damage done from all sources by 20% to enemies suffering under your loss of control effects. And the 2-piece effect increases duration of your harmful effects by 30%, which includes your loss of control effects as well. And 2-piece Banquet just increases the damage you deal by 15% to enemies suffering from your continual damage effects, and with my setup, they always suffer from my continual damage effects. Now let's check out the legendary items. For the headpiece, I have reduced Downing. Bone Spikes now also causes enemies to bleed for additional damage and no longer charges up, increases Bone Spikes maximum charges to 3. Bone Wall instead summons a pillar of rotting corpses that knocks targets into the air, damaging them and then slows all nearby enemies. For the shoulders I have Abnegation, Bone Spikes now also knocks enemies away. And for the pants we have Proximal Fear. Great Form now causes enemies you touch to flee in fear and damages them. And nowadays some people use dash ones, that's kinda cool too, but I still prefer this one because you can actually dodge damages for longer with this essence. And for the main hunt we have Revenant Wind. Great Form now calls 4 Spirits to hunt up to 3 nearby enemies, dealing 5k damage over 3 seconds while reducing their movement speed by 30%. And for the offhand we have this one, Bone Wall can now be ignited with Soulfire, dealing 3k damage per second to nearby enemies. And for the additional main hunt I am using Stroke of Midnight. Great Form cooldown is reduced by 0.5 seconds each time you are hit. Cooldown cannot be reduced by more than 1.5 seconds maximum. And if you have a rank 10 gem, make sure to use your Awakening on this item because it decreases the cooldown of Raid Form by 10% if you awaken it. And lastly, I'm using this Soulfire essence. Soulfire now has 25% chance to explode on hit, dealing damage to nearby enemies and causing them to burn. And for the legendary gems, I am using Bloodsocket Jade, Viper's Bite, Bottle Top, Pain Clasp, Seeping Vial, Fervent Fang, Mother's Lament and Starfire Shard. Other than these gems, you can use Eye of the Unyielding instead of Bloodsocket Jade if you don't have it already. This 1-star gem works really well with this build. And Curseling, the Abiding Curse, the Black Rose and Everlasting Torment are all usable gems for Necromancer, and obviously I am talking about PvP. So you can actually play Necromancer without any 5-star gems, but if you are going to use one, use Starfire Shard and rest of the gems can be 1 and 2 stars. Other than that, I am using Jolt Family for my Reforge bonuses. I like it because it gives me 1 more CC, which is really cool, and I always try to use legendary items with invocations to get 1 more CC from that. I think that's all I can say about my PvP Necromancer setup. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments and take care.